something that I think we're all affected by, and that's this constant energy from the media. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of negative news stories that this awful thing happened to that person and that group and this riot and this revolution and this war and this disease, and I mean, there's rapes and everything there's so many horrific things that are being covered by the news, just to, educate us on some level, and also on some other level to inspire us to wake up and do something different with our world, with our time here, create something new. And so, we can't avoid or ignore the media, this negative megaphone of just blah, 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 and just power and hunger and just this neediness that is just not relaxed. It's a completely unrelaxing thing to do with your time, is to listen to it, and it just makes you tense and tight and fearful, and you're just fear, 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 fear. Everywhere is fear. So be very careful when you listen to it, and be very conscious whenever you tune into it at any time, because it is just one side of the coin. Okay, is it a negative filter that is not including the positive end of things. Okay, because we all know that there's three sides to the coin. There's the good, the bad, and the middle. So the news just covers that drama, this one little piece of the pie, and just makes you think that this is the way things are out there. So be very careful. Anytime you turn on the news or open a newspaper or, even magazines, I mean, there's so much of this media that is just, it's like this massive monster that's just all around everyone. And, it's got a very special purpose that your soul has signed up for. And this is the good news, that your soul decided that it needs some fire under your butt to get you going, to inspire you to go really deep into your spiritual nature, to something vastly intense, to force you away from the world, to step back from this earthly plane, to step back from people, from things, from doing, from achieving, from getting, from avoiding, from everything that has to do with the world. Okay? So we need something a reason to step back from the world and to retreat into our spiritual nature, to find this place that is beyond the world, that accepts the world, incorporates the world, but is transcendent of the world. And so, what better thing than this awesome negativity from the media? Okay? So this is the spiritual purpose of this negative media, is to force you, to completely drive you crazy so that you have to find your spiritual nature. That is the only way you will ever find peace on this earth in this lifetime. Okay? Is to access your spiritual nature, to find out that infinite soul, that infinite being that you are, that is beyond all actions and thoughts and emotions and things and anything of this world. Okay? So it's a very divine purpose, and your soul set it up this way that this world is going to be extremely intense at times and craziness. Okay? So that you just have no other choice but to go inside. Okay? It's a very intelligent design. Okay? The universe, your soul, your spiritual family, I mean, whoever it was that designed it all just knew what it was doing. And this God force, this God intelligence decided, hey, people are going to get attached to the world unless there is this absolute dark energy there that they just, got to get away from. So that's the reason it's there. It's not there to, draw you in and make you addicted and just need more and more and more. It's there to push you deeper into a place inside yourself that is peaceful. It's there to help you to find the source of peace within yourself. Okay? And that's the only way you're ever going to be able to really enjoy being human. Okay? Is if you can find a source of peace inside yourself. And, you put your hand on a hot stove, you pull it off immediately. Same thing with the media, it's negativity, you back off. You find the balance point. You find maybe there's a news station out there that says the good and the bad of every situation. Just tells the whole story as it is, as life is. And, people probably would get bored of it. Because it's just, why don't we just go live our life instead of, just seeing what's happening in other people's lives, the good and the bad. It's not as entertaining. Maybe it captures the eyes of others, but, I think the thing is that it's a marketing scheme, trying to capture your attention. And it's brilliant because, millions of people are hooked into it, but they're not accessing inner peace. They're not finding the deep spiritual nature unless they're watching the news from this place of complete non-attachment, complete sense of allowing it to push you deep, deep into the stillness that is unmoving, that is completely silent, that is completely unaffected by all the violence and chaos that's happening through the news channel. So it takes tremendous, tremendous awareness to invite in the negative news, the negative media. And when you do it, just know that it is there to, it's like popcorn. You put a lot of heat, inside, and it just, you start to expand. You have to expand in consciousness in order to stay centered and take in a lot of negativity. So, if you take in negative and positive, it balances itself out. You can relax. So, if you do watch the news or you do take in any negative information out there, just see if you can imagine what the positive aspects are within it, behind the scenes. That the positive things that the people that are affected in a good way from what happened. And it'll allow you to just relax, so that you can find that balance within yourself, within your own media, that's your own little stories and movies that you're running in your own head. Okay? So life is very entertaining. There's an inner world that's entertaining, there's an outer world that's entertaining, and yet see if you can find that which is beyond entertainment, that needs entertainment, that which is already at home, at the core of your being, which is the source itself, the infinite source, which is the most healing, relaxing, nourishing place that exists. And this is your nature. And this is what I'm inviting you to explore. And you can do this while you watch the media or whatever you do with your time. Okay? So everything's good and bad. Nothing is just bad. Everything's got a good purpose behind it. If something's negative, it's got a good reason on a spiritual level for being there. So just see the bigger picture. That's all I'm saying. Allow yourself to recognize that there's a spiritual reason behind everything. And that allows you to relax. Okay? So, thank you for listening. Take care. Be well.